Okay, in this part two, we're still continuing the method number two, which means get rid of the fractions, or at least the denominators on the top, the denominators at the bottom. So looking at my denominators, 5m, m squared, 4m squared, 2m. Numbers wise, 5, 2, and 4, the smallest number they go into is 20. When it comes to letters, the one with the highest exponent is m squared. So I'm going to say my least common denominator will be 20m squared. I'm going to multiply everything by that. Remember, I do the division with the bottom number, and then my result I multiply to the top. So 20m squared divided by 5m, that gives me 4m. 4m times 3, that gives me 12m. And I'm going to have a minus. 20m squared divided by m squared, that gives me 20. 20 times the top gave me 40. Now looking at the bottom, 20m squared divided by 2m, that's going to give me 10m. 10m multiplied to the top, I have a plus sign. 20m squared divided by 4m squared, that's going to give me 5. 5 multiplied to the top, that gives me 15. All right, so at least I have no fractions. Simplify if possible. Looking at the top, 12 and 40, I can divide each by 4. Or at least I can factor a 4 out. So I have 3m minus 10. Looking at the bottom, 90 and 15, I can factor a 15 out. So I'm going to have 6m plus 1. Nothing cancels out, so I just factor them to see if I could cancel anything. Nothing does. So this answered, or this answered. They're both correct. Now simplify each complex fraction. Use either method. I'm not going to get rid of fractions in this case. I'm not going to use method 2 just because the top is already simple and then the bottom is already simple. So I'm going to use method 1. Remember, method 1 says simplify the top to just one fraction, simplify the bottom to just one fraction. Now that I have them, I'm going to do division. I'm going to do x plus 2 over x minus 3 times, I'm going to do the reciprocal of the bottom fraction, but x squared minus 9, I'm going to call that x plus 3, x minus 3. I'm going to factor that. And then x squared minus 4, I'm going to call that x plus 2, x minus 2. Remember, I'm doing the reciprocal of the bottom fraction, but in my case, I also factor them just to see if I can cancel anything. X minus 3 with x minus 3 go away. X plus 2 with x plus 2 cancel out. So I have x plus 3 over x minus 2. Our negative exponents, all they are is a fraction. My m to the negative 1, I'm just going to write that as 1 over m. My m goes to the bottom of a fraction. That's what the negative exponent means. P to the negative 2, I'm going to call that 1 over p squared. Once again, my p is at the bottom of a fraction. Now, at the bottom, I have 2m to the negative 2. I'm going to write that as 2 over m squared. Keep in mind that only the m went to the bottom because m is the only one with a negative exponent. And I have minus 1 over p. Right, I don't write p to the 1. All right, here to use any method, method 1, method 2. Okay, I think in this case, method 2 would be easier. I'm going to think my exponents, m p squared, which one is my least common denominator. I'm going to multiply everything by m squared p squared. when I do here, m squared p squared divided by m, that's m p squared, multiplied to the top, that gives me m p squared, plus, when I do my division here, I know my p's are going to cancel out. P squared and p squared cancel out. So I have m squared multiplied to the top, m squared. Now at the bottom, when I do my division here, my m squares cancel out. So I have p squared multiplied to the top, I'm going to write my p squared as p times p. That way my p's cancel out. So I have m squared p multiplied to the top is just m squared p. Okay, factor what you can, if possible. On the top, let me factor an m. So I have p squared plus 1. Plus m. At the bottom, let me factor the p, just to see if anything can factor out. So I have 2p minus m squared. Okay, nothing cancels out. So this is fine. Or because nothing cancel out, this is fine as well.